last one too.
Yeah, you guys are. Your health isn't too bad.
Nah, not at
I don't know
all.
what the fuck I'm supposed to do if all I get is 3 spells, and if I do melee, I fucking slap them with a wet noodle. So like, I don't understand what my purpose is.
Distraction.
You're a cleric, right?
Yeah, but I can only heal like twice before I run out of spell slots. I don't understand. Like, it just
I think your well, what's it called? Your like cleric specialty thing doesn't take a spell slot, does it?
yelling at people. My thaumaturgy,
No.
where I can yell at people.
No, you're.
I don't have anything else.
Oh, we can't look at each other's, guys, can we?
No, I have guiding bolt, bless, and cure wounds, and they're all first level spells. I don't have like
No cantrips.
It's not called a cantrip. I thought it was called a. Hold on.
So it's something to do with a cleric. Look up clerics.
I can choose. I can preserve life. Apparently, every spell. It's just an action. That's bullshit. That's like really crappy. I don't do that. Hoping for like spells.
Channel Divinity. Oh, at second level, you gain the ability to channel divine energy directly from your deity. Using that energy to fuel magical effects. You start with 2 such effects: Turn Undead and an effect determined by your domain. So are we second level? Or?
Yeah. That's my channel
You're
divinity.
second level.
Yeah, so what is... Did you pick a domain? What's your domain?
I don't know. Divinity? That's what my 2 things are on here. I don't know. One's a heal and one is turn undead.
www.cleric.com.
Preserve life, apparently.
Each domain has a list of spells. So you must have picked one because your spells came
or
from
I
the list,
randomly
right?
did it and I didn't know. I
See,
didn't
It's
realize
not it's not HTTPS though. It's not secure.
Yes. You should only go to gods that use the HTTPS protocol.
That's fine. Okay, so I can at least cast
life
that.
I can see
domain.
like you praying and it does that like modem sound.
Is that preserve life or life domain?
Yeah, it's one that has bless and cure wounds at the first
404 error. God didn't hear you.
That's what I have. Yeah, that one.
Deity not
life
found.
domain spells.
Is there a different one of those
What are
things?
you guys talking about?
Eternal deity.
His
error.
domain.
Oh. NS lookup.
Yes.
Who is?
Who is? Yeah. Finger.
Where's my deity thing that I had last time? Did I not see that?
Finger's a Unix thing, though.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess that's not really a network. That's kind of a user. Back in the day, I used to actually keep my .plan and .project updated. I was in school, though.
Crap. I lost my deities, guys. Damn it.
Lost your deities?
Oh, you had
I forgot
that
to
list
save.
of deities.
Sounds like a major
There's
problem for a
There's a
cleric.
song about losing your religion.
It's in my religion.
Oh yeah, I don't have any of the
I done fucked
music.
I think our cleric's having a
Existential.
issues
Yeah.
of faith. What's it called?
I don't believe
Crises of
anything.
faith.
Third level, I'm multi-classing.
An atheist
Sorcerer.
I'm an atheist cleric.
No. I want to read some books that I can believe. Give me a wizard book. You know. So, let's see.
All right. Well, I've started the streaming, and the recording, so we are live.
All right, we'll just goof around apparently. Well, so welcome to episode 3 of the Brave Companions in Waterdeep. When we last left our heroes, they stepped into a larger hall, and much to their surprise, there's some bad guys at the other end. So last time we investigated a warehouse and eventually made our way here. Would anyone want to talk about what we did last time? Kind of a recap?
Got really
No
dirty.
I know we went into the sewer, squeezed through some tight quarters,
Yeah.
killed a goblin.
Yeah. Well, and before that, you rescued
Yeah, that's right.
a noble named Renair Neverember.
That's right. And then we broke into a room and we found this guy and took him captive.
That's right.
We were
He kinda
following the
gave
yellow
up pretty quick.
signs, right? In the sewer, we were following the yellow signs.
That's right.
And then my
You came
notes turn
across
into
what
work notes.
seems to be some sort of hideout here.
Yep.
Did you say for a week your notes turned into work notes?
No, I was like interesting D&D notes, and then all of a sudden it's like work crap. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, use a separate notebook there.
I don't know. But we found the guy, right? Our initial investigation was a success because we have found the guy.
Yep.
The only problem is there's this a Lithid Cthulhu guy here, which is probably going to murder us. But
That's a small problem.
I think we did well for our first time as private investigators.
I do too, and maybe this Cthulhu guy actually won't harm us. Maybe we can like talk to him.
Ooh, did I use my charm person?
Well, if not, I mean, I'm good at charming people as a barbarian.
Yes, a very charming barbarian. Well, so in the our last episode, you thought you found the guy, and then now you think you've really found the guy. So you walked into this room, and I'll repeat the description there. There's some threadbare curtains hanging along the east wall, and in the middle of this hall, there's a muscular half-orc in dingy robes, standing with his foot on the chest of a male human with wavy reddish blonde hair. Fire burns in one of his clenched fists, and the victim cries as he kind of grinds his foot into him, and he's looking down at the guy right now. He's as you're coming into the room, so he's not looking at you. But behind him, seated on a raised platform to the south, is a nightmarish figure wearing black robes. It has large white eyes and rubbery purple skin, and there are 4 tentacles encircling its inhuman mouth. And it's sitting there cradling and gently caressing what looks like a brain with feet, kind of like dog legs. And let's see, last time I showed you pictures of those two guys. Let me do that again. Not sure if that's still available to you. So there's the brain with legs.
That thing has to die.
And then the creature in the throne is this guy.
Yeah, he looks pretty wicked.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got the bad guy belt. That's not a friendly sort of...
It's not a rodeo
outfit.
belt, that's for sure.
No. It's not a WWF championship belt either.
So that creature, the purple guy, he rises from the chair. He sets its pet down, and he kind of tilts his head towards the orc, and the room kind of like in the movie and stuff. It's like the air kind of ripples, and you feel a pressure, and the orc looks up at him and then back at you and says, "Yes, my lord." And then the tentacled one, he looks to his left, and you kind of see the same kind of ripple. And then he kind of floats out of the room to the left there and goes through the double doors.
Oh, good. We scared him away.
Yeah.
So he leaves.
That's that
What about
charm that I was talking about.
Did he take his little Mr. Ball legs too?
No.
Ball.
Ball.
Yeah, have y'all seen that from the Santa
Yeah.
Clarita Diet? He's like a little.
The ball like that.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. Part of that.
Just petting his little Mr. Ball legs. Yeah. Don't let it touch him.
And
Maybe we should say, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out" or something. Like, should we become?
Cthulhu
Really,
sucks.
really loud, or
Cool. Hey, you should mark Cthulhu off of your god list there, Granthorm.
Yep. I feel like that one may just be too evil to pray to.
Yeah, nobody really knows if he's evil. He doesn't think the same way as we do.
Well, but I think his followers are evil, right?
And-
That's pretty. He may not be, but his people are, right? Wait, what are you rolling for?
Initiative.
Oh shit! I just saw dice. I was like, what's going on?
So,
Oh, cool. We're rolling
the
dice.
yeah. The guy in the robes looks at you and kind of growls a little bit.
Yeah. Rawr.
Wow, get out of here.
Exit stage left.
Alrighty,
Great.
so
Mr. Balllegs is called an intellect devourer. That's great.
I don't have any of that to eat, so we're good.
Quick, throw a
he looks
brindle
at
at
you
him.
and goes, "Nope."
That's a
What is
diet.
that? It's intellect devourer. What's he doing? Starving.
Alrighty, so Brendel, you have a hold of the dude. I forgot his name. What is his name?
Mr. Tattoo Head.
Mr. Tattoo Head.
Really, no reason to give him a name. I don't think he's going to be living much longer.
Yes, he does have a name. He's a recurring character. You saw him get his ass beat in the tavern earlier.
That's true. He has been in
That's what I
all
think.
3 episodes so far.
He's actually the star of the show. We just don't know yet.
I was.
So Brendel, you have a hold of him, and you're kind of standing. Scrax is in the front for some reason, so he's probably ready to do some damage. What do you do, Brendel?
Am I going first?
Looks like you. Oh, Grantham is first. Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah. He's skipping.
Grantham. Well, you rolled slower.
I definitely rolled way late, so my bad.
Yeah, so my brain wasn't working yet. So Grantham,
It's fine.
what
I
do
am
you
going.
do? You kick this
I'm
guy's
gonna-
butt?
Mr. The tattoo guy? No, he's prisoner, right? I'm
Right.
gonna go shoot this guy with
Yeah,
guiding
yeah.
light.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
guiding bolt. My bad, guiding light.
Getting like,
Um,
take that.
yeah,
can't
every
think of any of
Tuesday
the
at
character
4,
names
I
I
will
was
strike
gonna-
him with a guiding light.
Oh, I need that guy's.
Fuck, that's a terrible roll.
I'm
I'm gonna redo that. I call him Mulligan.
Ah,
No, is that not how this works?
that was a lot of dice to miss with.
There is what is
A
it,
one big
fortune
purple one.
points or something? Don't we have
There he
something?
is. His armor class. And you rolled a 10. You hit him.
Nice.
Chapow! Guiding
That was
light.
a-
Guiding
that was a
bolt. A flash
spell,
of
though,
light
right?
streaks towards the creature. Say what?
That's a spell, though, right? Isn't that...
It doesn't have a DC saving throw? I don't think so. It's got attack.
Oh, okay. All right. Rate and spell attack. Okay. Yeah.
Man, he must be easy to hit.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Apparently.
Die.
12 points of damage.
Yeah. Die, bitch! There you go. Yell at him while I hit him.
He obliges.
And then
He's
I'm gonna
dead.
Run. What? Wait, seriously, he
Hey.
died?
You blew him away.
For 12?
Field over.
I could have
Yes.
saved my spell slot. I could have been like, I omit my turn
It
and let
must have
somebody
been
else.
just a helpless servant that got thrown.
You were just complaining about not hurting people, and you hurt people, then you complain about hurting people.
That's fine. That's fine. I complained about my spell slots. That's what I complained about.
I wanted
used
to
one
hit
for
him.
nothing.
I
So,
just
yeah.
didn't want to kill him in one shot.
I wanted.
Yeah, well, so you use your arcane knowledge to look at him, and you realize that he's probably a first level mage.
He was the first level.
He's not anymore. Yeah. He's capped
So
out.
he
now.
keels
First level
over.
corpse.
Yeah.
All right.
Poor guy.
Um,
I feel bad for him now.
Yeah.
Can I
don't.
get?
I think we should get
can I
revenge
get-
on that Cthulhu guy.
Can I get a perception check from all of you?
Oh shit.
Where
Oh,
is?
you hit my dice, man.
I perceive all.
Oh yeah, this is an easy check. So,
Yeah.
so he appeared to have died. He flew kind of backwards, and landed kind of on his back. But you see that like his
Like his
hand's still
bottom.
moving. So the orc amongst you might know about other orcs. When they go to 0,
Yeah,
they bop back to 1.
this thing right here. Oop, I just used it, but it doesn't. I gotta take that back.
Oh.
How do we know that he hasn't already taken his long rest, or hadn't already had this happen? You know, like
Because no one attacked him and knocked him to 0.
Well, that's why I had you do a perception test,
okay.
so you could see that he was kind of still moving, and he looks he kind of, then you see him kind of move his head a little bit, but before he can do much, it's Brendel's turn.
Yeah,
Oh.
and everybody has advantage on him.
Yeah, because he's lying on his back.
So this guy
also
that
because
I'm-
he's glowing from my thing. My thing gets advantage.
That's right. Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. It says
This guy that I'm holding,
next
does
turn
he
you have
seem like
advantage.
like he's hostile or anything?
Wow. No,
Is he-
he's kind of scared.
He's
He's
kinda
like,
scared.
holy crap.
Kill him. Just kill him.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna. Okay, you unlock my token.
Did you like tie him up before you like?
Well, yeah,
made
I
him
have
come
his
down the
hands
hallway?
restrained behind him.
Yeah. Okay. So he's not. He knows he can't do anything. You guys will just murder him. Like,
Can you unlock my token?
Oh, did
Oh.
you start combat?
I guess I should, right?
There you go.
Well, before this guy gets up, I'm gonna try to just take him out.
Shove.
That should be easy.
Yeah, well,
You're gonna hit him with the flat side of your.
I have
your
to
axe.
because I can't hit unless I do that.
Wow.
How do I have
You
the
get
worst
advantage,
rolls with this character.
You get advantage though.
Incredible.
I get advantage. Okay.
You need new dice.
No, it's not any better.
Oh, that's just enough though.
Well, 10's good. 10's good. I hit him with a 9, so
Yeah,
So,
10. Well, he's prone, but so that gives you advantage, and you also had you had advantage because of the guiding bolt, and you rolled a 10. I don't see how you could miss.
Well,
So-
so I actually I'm holding the blade on my axe and I'm poking him with the handle. 'Cause I don't know how to use an axe apparently with my
like-
rolls.
trying to kill him with a ball peen hammer or something.
And did he die?
Oh, am I back?
Yep.
Okay, everyone froze. Did I actually go away, or was it just the video? I didn't hear anything after
It
that.
was just audio. I didn't see anything else.
Okay, so so you smashed, and what'd you do? Hit him in the head or something?
I used the handle of the axe and I was holding the head of the axe. So
You dispatched him.
yeah. And then I'm
Alright.
retreating because I don't like the look of this thing.
A little bit of the gnome still at play there.
Yeah.
This dude's creepy. Fine, I'm a tank.
So the combat tracker, I should be able to advance to different people, right?
Did you start the combat? Did you hit the start combat
It
button?
never hit start. I don't think.
I did when somebody mentioned I needed to do that, so I did.
So it's Chris's turn still, so he needs.
Oh,
to
Chris got an
turn.
intern, then I got an intern.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, there
I've
you
never
go.
hit that, so
Now it's
Yeah,
Now it's
Jesse can move it along too with the little arrows.
all right. Cookie, let's go.
All right.
It's not doing anything, but yeah. Whoops.
I think I'm going to mage armor myself. Oh, actually, can I use it? Can I do that as a? Let's see. So I have armor of shadows, which lets me cast. Okay, so I'm not gonna. It doesn't use a spell slot, but it still uses my action. So maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should Eldrick Blast him. All right, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20.
Are you moving?
Yes.
I wonder if when my network went down, the tabletop froze or something.
Now I'm going to. How do you target?
You click on him.
There is a target.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
it doesn't. Okay, it just happens. All right. Anyway, Eldritch Blast. Pew pew. 15 on the brain guy.
That's a hit.
13.4 force damage.
Okay. So then I can go over here and I can say apply damage.
He's got a headache now.
He's got a contusion. Concussion protocol.
He has to sit out the remainder of the game.
He has to go in the little tent.
Kind of. Wow. 13 points of damage.
Yeah, that's the first time I've actually
It doesn't make
rolled-
noises.
I've actually rolled good on that. Actually, I rolled a 10 on a D10.
Yeah. So you could tell it was visibly harmed by that. This is Eldrick Blast, so it's kind of steaming now that you roasted on it.
It's also agonizing.
Don't forget agony.
Yeah, it's when I cast Eldritch Blast, I add my charisma modifier to the damage, which it did that automatically, but it's an agony.
Oh, okay.
What does that do?
Stay back. You know, it's like when you're in agony, it's not good.
So it kind of was shook by that, I guess.
Yeah, stay back, brain thing.
Brain thing. I don't know if it speaks English or common.
I don't think it has a mouth, so I don't think it can speak English.
I don't want to find out if it has a mouth. Definitely don't
We can
find out.
examine the corpse later, but first we have to kill it.
That seems like a bad idea.
Probably. Oh, okay.
All right. So Scrax.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll just bolt in here. Okay, so we're gonna do.
Karate here. Karate here. No karate here.
No mercy, no fear, no mercy.
Sweep the leg, Scrax. Sweep the leg.
Okay, and
14's a hit.
okay, I get to use one of these. Use a key point. For
Ooh, what's that do?
furious blows.
Nice.
So I get 2 unarmed attacks. So I guess I needed to roll that again.
I'm gonna yell, Scrax, does it have a mouth?
Just like,
Oh yeah, you're racking up the damage here. I have a feeling you've murdered it. Let me apply those damages.
Poor thing.
Oh, whoops. I shouldn't have applied the second one because that was a 9. But I think
so 5 and then 7. Bludgeoning.
5 and 7 plus 13. Oh yeah, you killed it. Splat. Whew, good thing. It would not have been good to let that tangle with you guys.
Oh.
Good job, team.
Phew.
Clear.
Push over. All clear.
Let's check on Floon.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. Do I have a token for that dude? NPC. Floon. Human. Floon. Do I have a Floon? No Floon.
Floon? Floon here. Floon here. Clear Floon.
That's weird. I thought I remember like uploading his picture. Maybe I put it in the journal somewhere. Portraits. Nope.
I would like to finally see if he's really bald or not.
Yeah. If not, we could shave his head before we return him.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Weird.
He doesn't exactly fit your description, so
Oh, there he is.
we've shaved his head.
You
for it.
guys are gonna be disappointed. He's definitely not bald.
Yet.
Yeah, he's about to be.
Give him a shave. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be electrical. It would be with a razor, right?
Well, maybe if we use
With my
magic.
axe.
Man, so we can burn it. We can burn it off.
Eldritch Blast.
We just,
This
yeah,
picture
don't
has
move.
him
We're
looking
trying
quite a
to
bit
miss you
better than he
very
does
close.
now. He's all cut up and burnt and bruised and beat up, and he's been interrogated.
Grandpa,
Torture.
maybe you should give this guy a little healing.
Definitely.
He looks a little beat up.
There's a pep talk for you. Feel better.
I want to go interrogate this guy right here now that we have some time.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to. I don't have anything to give him unless I use my preserve life on, which I only have one, I think. So I'm good. What do you think?
Oh,
Should I
he's-
do it? Okay, fine. Where is he at anyway? I don't see him. I can't move.
Let's see. Can I put him on here?
What does
Oh, there we
preserve
go.
life do?
It gives him 10 hit points.
Oh, that'll be helpful.
Oh, I'm channeling Divinity first. What do I do here? How do I do this?
I think
Choose
it just
which-
means you.
Hmm?
Oh, I don't have a saving throw for that. Okay, so but I have to, that's my spell slot, and then I can use Preserve Life on what's his face. There you go.
Yeah, so Channel Divinity doesn't use up its spell slot, but you can only do it so many times.
Oh, it's got a spell slot on my thing. I don't know.
Oh, so it's like its own spell slot.
Yeah, it's its own thing,
Oh,
but
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, thank you. Who are you people?
We were sent by your friend YOLO? No, YOLO.
yeah, YOLO.
YOLO!
What's his
Yeah, yeah.
name? The guy that writes the books.
Volo, he said
Volo.
you.
Volo.
Oh,
Yes.
praise be. Oh, thank you so much. He like hugs the nearest. I guess it's Brendel. He's like, oh, thank you.
I like hugs. I'm like
Nice warm
wrap
hug.
big bear hug back. I'm just like,
Be careful, Brendel. Careful. Human hug. Human hug.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what they were trying to. They were asking me about some stone. I had no idea what they were talking about. And those guys they were beating me up at the warehouse, and then they took me here, and they were beating me up here. It was awful.
those guys, and I point to the tattoo guy, like him.
You've had a rough night, sir.
No, it was that guy. He points at the dead orc over here. Over on the ground.
So what does he have to do with this?
Yeah, what's Mr. Tattoo Head have to do with it?
So,
I don't.
do you remember what they called this? Oh, is it the Stone of Galore?
That's what we're looking
The
for.
Stone of. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. They kept asking me.
They thought
about
you
some
had it,
stone.
Yeah.
Where is it? They thought I knew where it was.
but you
I
don't.
have no idea. I have no idea what they're talking about. I was at the Skewered Dragon with my friend Renair, and well, I don't remember much, but we were having a good time drinking and gambling. But we were accosted and taken to a warehouse, and the people there asked us, were interrogating us about this stone, and then there was a big fight, and another gang, these guys arrived and killed everybody who had taken us in the first place, and then took me away to this place and asked me the same questions that I don't know the answer to. Oh, it's awful. Thank you so much. I've been here for 2 days.
So did we find out? Hold on, sir. Let me. I needed to discuss with my friends here. Did we find out why they took this guy?
I thought he was because he had good hair.
It was
But,
something about
yeah.
they thought he knew like some kind of prince or something, wasn't it?
Well, no. His dad used to be in the government. His dad. There's a theory that his dad's hid away a bunch of money,
That's right.
a bunch of dragons, and they're all looking for it, and they believe this stone can help guide them to those dragons.
Oh, okay. So
And
yeah,
his hair.
we think you were taken because of your family connections, your father,
My father?
or was that the other guy?
It's always the father's fault.
Was your
Other
father in the government?
No, that was the other
No.
guy.
Oh,
No, I don't.
oh, so you actually are just an
I haven't seen
innocent
my father in
bystander?
years.
I think innocent
I
by
don't
association.
understand what you're asking.
Where's the stone?
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh no, not again.
I want to interrogate this guy up here, the tattooed guy.
Okay.
What's his role in this? What are you doing down here?
Oh, this is our hideout. I work for that. I used to work for that dead orc over there.
You're
What?
Zentarum?
Centarum.
Oh, then you're. What's your
Z.
group's name?
Z something.
I work for the Xanathar.
Xanathar.
Xanadu.
You guys really need to cope with better names.
Xanadu.
I mean, could you do like the Crips and the
It's
Bloods?
spelled with an
That would be-
X.
Okay. All right, so you guys are Xanathar. You killed the Zentarum, and you brought their prisoner here.
Right. My boss was tasked with finding out some information from this guy. Doesn't sound like he got the right guy, though.
No. No, I think whoever supplied the information was mistaken.
I think we should bring him back and give him to the authorities.
Yeah, who gave you the information you were looking for?
My boss said to go get
Oh,
this red-headed guy, and he would be in the dock ward. And so a bunch of us went there to get him.
you don't know where he got that information, though?
Oh, I'm getting mixed up. Sorry, out of character. Dungeon Master just messed up. So, they sent us to recover this guy that the Zents had a hold of.
So, what about the guy with the tentacle things? What's his deal?
Oh my god, I avoid him as much as I can. Nihilor.
Nihilor.
He's one of the higher ups in the guild.
So he's like your boss's boss?
Yes, and I've never met the Xanathar. I try not to go near the tentacled one at all.
I can see why he's kind of creepy.
Do you want to help take him down?
I don't know if he's going to be able to help when he's in prison.
don't want to go anywhere near that creature. That creature the creature arrived earlier, maybe a couple hours ago, and spoke with Graham.
Yeah, not
Hold
me.
on. I gotta get the guy's name.
You guys should really have easier names like Larry and
Bob.
Johnny Boy.
Damn it. Orc dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He spoke with him, and but I haven't been present for the interrogation. Grumshar
I'm sure.
That's a terrible name.
slipped my mind.
Well, I can see why.
So this whole war with the Zentarum, what's that all about?
I hear they stole something from us. Something important to the Xanathar.
But you don't know what that is?
No.
Stone, maybe?
I'm just a low-level enforcer.
Oh. I'll be gone. We take him to jail? What are we doing with this guy then? He ain't got nothing for
Well,
him.
if we're leaving here, I think we take them along with us, and if we're leaving here, I think we trade them over to the City Watch. Just because that's the kind of the right thing to do, and maybe they'll give us more information because we're cooperating with the City Watch.
Do we... Noted. There's a second option. Do we take him to the... what's the other one? The Centauri or whatever it is? The other guy? The ones that you're not friends with.
The
The
Zentarum.
Zents, the Zentarum.
Yeah, the Zentarum, and have them help us find what we need with you as
Gonna
payment.
take me to the Zentarum?
Yeah, I mean, you get along just fine, I imagine, right?
I don't see how he'd be that valuable. He's just a low-level
Yeah.
guy.
I know, but didn't he just kill a bunch of their people? There's got to be some value in that. I'll pray for you as we walk you down there.
Where are you going to take me?
I don't know. I was just throwing out an idea. I may get vetoed.
I think we should try to gain some points from the watch. Maybe those people we talked to before.
You never know when we're in a tough spot, and they may help us out, or turn the look away when we're doing something.
No, I'm a bargaining chip.
Yep.
Sucks to be you.
Happens to the best of us.
Is there anything in this corridor rooms to investigate?
Yeah, you want to search places and stuff?
Yeah, I can't move around.
You should.
Bloody mess of the ball legs was.
Yeah, I'd like to see if it had a mouth. Maybe we should take some.
No mouth.
We should take some notes. We could tell Volo about it. He might put it in his next book.
It looks like a pudding right now.
Yeah.
We could take general measurements of how big it was, kind of estimate.
Sketch it.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think you could cook something with it? Since you're a chef, right? I mean,
I'm not that good of a chef.
Mad cow disease eating his brain.
I rip one of the legs off and just toss it to him. Here you go.
What's in this room
Right.
up here?
That seems like it's just a empty corridor. And the way I did the walls, you can't actually see what's going on there. So that room actually has another one of those passageways that dips down, presumably underneath the sewer line. And so if you want to go through there, you could go. It'll lead to another room. Are you able to go into these rooms that are on the east as well? If you go in here.
No. Oh yeah, right here.
Oh, that's a door. Oh yeah.
You should be able to walk through there, can you?
Yeah, it's like a little curtain. I didn't realize that's what it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's a curtain here, and a curtain here, and there's these little rooms.
It's like a bedchamber.
Yeah, they are rooms that they could keep a prisoner, possibly.
A curtain with a curtain as a door. Very good.
Well, you see some manacles
okay.
on the wall.
Curtains just for privacy.
Yes. Let me go back to a little bit of a description of those little rooms. Those are Q10. Yeah, just very, very sparse description. Straw pallets lie on the floor. Rusty manacles are bolted to the walls. You find, nothing of value in those rooms. However...
Oh, you could have started with that.
However...
You're searching the room, you were looking at the brain. Behind the throne is a small chest. And in that chest is some treasure.
Nice.
So you'll find in that chest 2 potions of healing. So nothing to sneeze at there. Those are good.
Yeah.
Only 16 gold pieces, 82 silver pieces, and 250 copper pieces. Jeez.
Sweet.
We are now encumbered.
I know.
Let's just leave the copper. Who cares?
Yeah, I know. It's like, well, that's not even 1 gold piece, is it? Let's see. 10 copper pieces is a silver piece. No, that's a 2.5 gold pieces.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Who wants the healing potions? I guess that would be the first question.
How do they work? Are they able to be thrown at people? If they're able to be thrown at people and not have to be drank, just splashed, then I could take them and use them from range and just distribute like a bartender.
No, you have to drink healing potions.
You'd have to throw it in our mouths.
Yeah. Basketball.
Hey, chef, open up!
I think you should focus on picking a god and learning how to heal people that way.
I can
Can I throw potions at people?
This way I don't have to pray. I just throw them. Maybe we should give one to Brindle and one to Scrax since they're sort of our frontline fighters. And then Granthrum and I can split the gold, since we're sort of the back line of the defense.
How do you just go into your inventory and add it as a item?
Maybe? I don't know. I forget.
How much gold was that? 8 gold apiece? Peter, 8 gold apiece?
If everyone's okay with that plan.
Oh, you were asking.
I'm good with that.
I thought you were asking me.
I'm good with that.
That's fine.
All right.
Sweet.
Woohoo! My genie's gonna like that.
Block of incense.
Am I able to just get a potion from somewhere and drag it in?
If you did it would be in the compendium, so it's the next to last little icon. But I'm not seeing. Hold on, let me see.
I'm building it out.
Potion of.
Oh, that's weird. It's not showing me.
Okay,
any.
here I could drag. Oh, well, actually I can't. If you go
Maybe
to.
it's because you're the man.
No, I'm not. I'm just logged in as a regular user.
Oh.
So if you go to the compendiums, do you see the little compendium packs?
Yeah. Okay.
And then you click on items, SRD, and then just type potion, or actually I think you can just type healing in the search bar.
Oh, they're all locked for me.
You type healing and they open your character window and you can just drag and drop it on.
Oh, they all have the little locked icon, but that doesn't mean anything, I don't think.
Oh, I clicked on it and then a dialogue appeared way over on the other side of the screen.
I think the locked means you can't edit them, you can't change them.
Oh, okay. Potion.
Ooh, potion of supreme healing.
There we go. Potion of healing.
What's that do?
And then I dropped that on.
10d4 plus 20. Wow.
Hey.
Cool.
Dropped that on Brindle.
Healing.
I got mine on there.
Ain't no
You got yours?
okay.
Nice.
Is that the Supremes? Cool. No, is that even the Supremes? Never mind.
Maybe. Correct us in chat.
And then,
yes.
So just to make sure, so there was
comments down there.
Yeah.
Curtains. So those two of those rooms, and then the big dude went into this other room. So if you want to go look in there, I can describe what you saw in there as well.
Yep.
Okay, so zip zap. Yeah, okay. So in the middle of this, otherwise, well, wait a second. Let me look at the map again.
A large pizza.
It's a pizza pie.
Okay, so there's it's not shown here, but there's actually 2 crates in this room. But otherwise, let me describe the rest of the room. So there's 2 crates in this room. So in the middle of this room is a stone pillar carved with a small symbol, and that symbol is a perfect circle with 10 equidistant spokes, kind of reminiscent of those yellow markings on the wall, or even the tattooed guy's head. So you got these 10 equidistant spokes radiating outward from its circumference, and in the middle of this circle is a smaller circular indentation that bears a passing resemblance to a lidded eye, but it's like an empty space. Like maybe something could have gone right there.
We'll investigate this door over here and see if I can find that little eye amulet.
Can I drag our prisoner with us?
Yeah, of course.
And does he have a necklace or anything that?
I bet that's what the Zentarum stole from them.
Yeah.
Whatever. Hey, we should ask that guy. What does this thing do?
It's some sort of door. It teleports in and out using a tool he has.
Oh, the tentacle guy.
Yes.
Nihilor.
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 Yeah.
Nihilor.
So there's also 2 crates in this room.
Oh, inspect.
Okay. So one of the crates has a
Don't tell.
has a crest on it, like it was marked, like maybe who owns it, and the crest, it has a wolf and an axe on it. It looks like a heraldry type thing, and there's a name underneath, and it says Laud, Laud. And inside that box, or that crate, sorry, is something that should make you happy. There are 15 10-pound silver trade bars. They're all black from corrosion, but they're still worth 50 gold piece each.
Nice.
But they're 10 pounds. There's 15 of them.
Better polish these things up.
Yes.
Sell 'em.
We're not. We are not following encumbered rules, right?
We'll load
You
up.
gotta work-
Load
You
up.
should
have a
probably
half
describe
work.
how you're going to haul this out of here. Yeah,
I'll take it. I will put them in my backpack, which is like a
yeah.
backpack.
15.
You have a half-
That's
you have a half-
150 pounds.
That's why I
Cody's
can do that.
bottle.
That's why I was asking. Yeah. Oh yeah. Give them to your gin. Tell them to scoot over.
Scoot over.
Scooch over or give me a wish.
I guess I could put one in
And
my
then
pocket,
the,
go into the thing, take it out, go back out, do that 15 times. But I can only do it once per rest, so
You
It'll
have two
be like-
pockets. 2 pockets.
that's like 15 days.
It's gonna take 2 weeks.
Wait. So what is the rule again? Whatever you're carrying on you, or whatever you're holding? Because maybe you could just hold the 150 pounds and like wink and jiggle your nose and then jump back in.
Just dump it out.
Shatters the glass from the
There's a
inside.
loophole. We found it.
Big
you're carrying.
bottle of holding.
Yeah.
Any objects left in the vessel remain there until carried out.
So it's just carried in. Whatever you can carry. Sounds like a
Once
sounds like a
You go
plan.
back and forth a few times.
Once you enter the vessel, you can't enter again until you finish a long rest.
It is 10
Uh-oh.
pounds.
So just
That's
hold
fine.
the arms out. We'll start loading you up.
That's an
Yeah.
action you can match. It doesn't say what happens to how I get things into it.
I think if you could physically hold it, you could teleport with it.
Yeah, you like teleport in, right?
Yeah.
So you probably have to be it just takes everything that you're holding.
Well, here's this box, buddy.
It'd be pretty funny if you like held somebody up like a little guy.
Like in your arms.
Yeah, well, it's only a 20-foot radius cylinder, 20 feet high, so it's not a whole lot of space.
That's a big room, man. That's a 20-foot. That's like your living room.
Those bars are probably, like,
That's pretty big.
big.
Yeah, but it's got all these cushions and it's got all my cooking stuff, so it's...
He's a pack
I'm just
rat.
saying, I don't have a lot of space
He
here.
doesn't want anybody to go inside his
I
sex
mean-
den. That's what it is. It's a sex den.
It's a sex dungeon.
Doesn't want you to see what's in there.
Thank you very much.
It's got a bunch of cushions. It's got a swing.
It's the leather whips. I don't want to
One of those-
hurt my leather whips.
One of those giant bean bags. So I guess I could use it. I could use this to bring it somewhere if we just. But I'm wondering if maybe we should see if we could return it to law.
Yeah,
Do
well, I
we
was
know
going to
that
say
word?
this is
Lod?
stolen property.
Yeah. Do we know that word? Is that a famous?
It's like a name, So there's a crest. So
We
there's
can ask
probably
the-
some
You can ask the
some
city watch,
important
too.
person had maybe a merchant or a noble or something. I don't know.
Well, so I've done a lot of trade routes as a hired, caravan guard. Maybe I may know them from one of the jobs I've taken.
Sure.
Before we teleport those out, should we open the other crate and see if you can maybe hold 200 pounds? Maybe there's something else in the next crate. Get it in there.
So you want to open the other crate?
Yeah, we know we can
Jumps.
fit all that in a sex dungeon, but we got to see if we can fit this other stuff in there.
It's actually a mimic. No.
Oh,
Rah! No. So you have the other crate, and it says Castellanter, but that one's written on it by hand for some reason on that crate. Castellanter. And in the crate you find paintings.
Oh, like nice paintings?
Well,
Are they
how would
signed
you
by
know
any
whether
people
they're
that you would
nice? Are you
is
do
the
you have
artist?
some skill in assessment of painting value?
I mean, we're from this time, the period. I imagine there are well-known artists that do things. Can we inspect them to see if their name rings a bell? You know,
Yeah, sure.
like we see like a Rembrandt. I've never met Rembrandt, but I'm pretty sure I know what that means. You know, like I don't study art history or anything. Maybe it's fake. I don't know. What do you want me to check? You want to skill them?
They seem pretty.
Well, to me, then they're worth it.
I guess it'd be like, what is that, like history or something?
So while he's looking at one, I pick one up and I my big finger and I'm looking at it, said, "Look, pretty picture," and I poke my finger and hit it too hard and put a finger through it.
Oh crap!
Yeah, don't do that.
You damage one of them?
No.
Not now.
Not since you said, "Oh crap."
One of you stops him before he damages.
Wait,
Hey,
what is the
these
theme
might
of
be
these
worth
paintings?
something.
Are they like religious paintings that maybe I would have in my vast studies of various religions I maybe have seen something, or are they more like pop culture, or what's their theme?
One I think at least one of you is from Luskin. Is that right?
Yes, I am from.
So you'll recognize one of them as so they're paintings of cities.
Oh.
And so you recognize one of them as Luskin. Have any of you been to Baldur's Gate?
I've been there once or twice.
Yeah, so you might recognize that. So it's 4 paintings, and they seem to be of cities. And yeah, I mean you could roll a history check or something to see if you recognize them, but they look like cities and they seem like nice paintings.
How about a nat 20? Is that okay?
You wasted natural 20 on this.
Take what you get.
Yeah, so one of them's definitely Neverwinter, and yeah, so you got 4 cities. Luskin and Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter, and then there's a 4th one, and that one is Silvery Moon, you think? So cities in the I guess.
All right, Peter. So we got to give you the 150 pounds of silver, and then somehow attach to your back or something the paintings, so that you can go in there and you can hang the paintings on the wall. That won't take up any room, right? And then you can dump it in there.
Can you take this prisoner too, so we don't have
Yeah,
to
put him in there. How much air is in this room?
No.
How much air is it?
I don't want him.
See, sex dungeon. Okay.
He might mess with my cooking utensils or my ingredients, and yeah.
You try to jump in there, and he like stabs you with a knife or something the next time you go in.
Yeah, your genie might know.
Yeah.
Stabs you with a knife. Surprise!
Yeah. Well, if you left him in there, he's waiting for you to come back.
What are you talking about? You're going to take me where? Just let me go. I'm not going to hurt you guys.
No, I think we need to take you to the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't
All right,
let
but I
anybody
guess we could put this stuff in my bottle if that'll work. I mean, it can't stay in there for too long, so we need to either return it or sell it. I mean, the paintings are fine. I think the paintings will look pretty cool. But the silver bars we need to sell or return.
Sweet. All right, what's with the staircase over here?
Yeah.
I choose you.
So slumped on the side of the staircase is somebody that Grantham might recognize. A goblin that he thought got away has a arrow in his chest and is slumped there dead.
Oops.
All right. Oh, good. Yeah. He died. Nice.
Is this open?
Come out of the way.
Nope. Lock open. There we go.
Oh, that's how. Because that got us back in. Okay. I went under.
And so what you find, there's also a door over here. down this hallway. Let me use my little pointer.
Man, this place is
And if you like,
dump.
if you these were the goblins were hanging out in there. It's very yucky. You discover that there was this door that peeked out into where you came in, but it was secret from the other side.
That's
But
cool.
it's clearly a door from this side, so you have no problem seeing it or using it.
So this is where that tentacle guy left, Neff, whatever his name was.
Well, let's get our guy
he
we were
uses
looking
his
for out
tool
of
and
this
teleports out.
place. Save
Got it.
him and take this guy to the authorities.
Stinky.
So you guys hire these goblins just as what, like security?
Yeah, they guard the entrance.
They did a great job.
Yeah, maybe you should have paid a little bit more. What about the
Noted.
rat? It was bird things, right? You hire those guys too?
Yeah, we use Kenku now and then. They're good sellswords.
Yeah, they're not that good. We killed them all.
Yeah, let's see.
Mm.
And we're only
Y'all
level
need
2, so
You guys
assess your
are
policies.
level? What are you talking about?
it's you wouldn't understand.
No. Roll a perception check.
Yeah, your intelligence is not high enough to understand.
It's all an illusion. Life was a lie.
Oh shit!
So if we go back up to the surface.
Yeah, I mean, you could go back the way you came. That was a long, arduous.
Oh, there's a door
journey.
right here, right? Like,
Yeah, there is a door over where Brent. Oh, where you guys are? Yeah, it goes back out the way you went, and then Brendel was about to
Yeah. What
explore
goes
a
up there?
corridor that. Yeah, if you go over there, you can find. I could take you
A
across
room
here.
full of zombies.
Yeah. No, there's nothing in danger here.
Ooh. L?
Yeah, so you go up, and there appears to be a cellar. It seems like it's a cellar. Describe
anything in
that
there we
to you,
can
I guess.
have that's valuable?
Ooh.
Somebody's basement, basically.
Alcohol?
So, wait, no, you're on one side of it. So there's a door up here, and that is you can see that there's a door there. This just seems to be a storage area. Oh, I can look at you guys. Y'all want to be up there?
Yeah.
Sure.
When they show up, I'm sitting on the floor underneath the tap, just letting the booze just pour into my mouth.
No.
I'm pushing this on like my turn.
So yeah, it's just storage. Yeah, sure. There's food or some ale there if you want to partake.
Yeah, I'm gonna show Brendel the side of the keg says vinegar on it.
Still tastes good.
If you learn to read, you can see that it says vinegar.
Good for digestion.
Q9.
I'm spitting it out loud.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, it seems to be some sort of storage. And then if you open the door, there's another room and more storage. But you can tell when you look back at this door, you can tell it was secret from this side. So it's a secret door coming in, but not a secret door going out. And you appear to be in somebody's cellar. And there's a staircase that leads up. So you'll find that you surprise a family in their home.
That sucks.
What are you guys
Bunch of-
having for dinner?
Who are you? What do you want? It's a bunch of
badass.
halflings. What are you? How did you? You came out of our cellar?
Oh, sorry to interrupt second breakfast, but
We're gonna show them the secret door and tell them they need to block that.
Yeah, you probably
What?
need to roll
There's
that
a
up.
secret door in our cellar?
Yep.
Someone tells me y'all have Yeah, there's no way that we can be the only people to have come this way. Like, no way.
What? There's a
I don't know.
secret
Show
door
me.
in
Show
our
me this
cellar?
door.
What tattoos do you guys have? Just curious.
We don't have tattoos. We are just simple folk. Please don't hurt us.
Oh no.
Hey, do you have
Where's
any
the stone?
pipe weed?
That's a good
It's gonna
comeback,
be the
Kyle.
end. It's gonna be the end of you if you smoke pipe weed.
Not in front of my kids.
Okay, so we'll talk later.
Well,
So you show them the door, and they're sort of amazed that it was there, and they promise to seal it up, and where can we contact you if something happens? Should we tell you if something happens with this door?
just
Not
tell
our
the
problem.
watch.
City Watch, yeah.
City
Okay,
watch.
okay. Of course,
Yeah.
yes.
We're not really in the business of
Yeah, we're not security
serving and
guards.
protecting.
Okay.
Unless it's our own interest.
Yeah, we're private investigators, basically. So
Oh, okay. Woo. It was kind of scary to have people come up out of our cellar.
oh no, yeah, we're
Good thing you saw my face and it calmed you down.
Who's that guy with the tattoos? He's scary.
he's our prisoner. Yeah.
He's your prisoner.
He's one of the ones that were going through these doors. He's one of the
What?
Yeah.
criminals.
He was operating.
Slap.
his- Easy. We don't want anybody coming to harm while they're under our protection. Unless we decide to kill him, but we decided not to. So.
Well,
Yeah.
not yet, at least.
We get that choice, not somebody else.
He's making
Although-
worried looks. Ah,
It is kind of cool to watch a halfling slap him, though. So.
murder is illegal in this city.
Only if you
Oh,
get
really?
caught. Yeah, only if you get caught.
It's not murder if you accidentally slip and fall on my axe.
Okay. Just don't kill me.
Just don't give us a reason to. All right. Let's go. Where are we going? By the Sea
All right.
Watch?
Carry on, people.
yeah, so-
We'll take our leave.
Okay. What do you guys want to do now? So you're out. You can come out on the street. You're somewhere down in the dock ward somewhere.
Is there somewhere to get a shower? I imagine we are ripe with
Well,
sewage.
First,
and,
we want to find a city watch, right, to turn this guy
Yeah,
over.
hand over to this guy. Yeah.
and we also probably need to tell the City Watch about this halflings that are quote unquote. I've never seen anybody come up out of this room.
Do you want to roll an insight check on them?
I don't need to. They're fucking liars, dude. There's no way. There's no insight for that. We're PIs. We got this.
Yeah, they're probably taking a little money.
There's a cut, a little cut come through.
And that's why they're asking us for our information, because they're going to come get us later.
They gotta afford the pipe weed somehow, so it's an expensive habit.
Let's see. So you were down generally, and you walked for an hour, so you could be just about anywhere, but you're somewhere in the dock ward.
Yeah, I think we turn this guy over, and then we go back to
Yeah.
Volo and try to get our money.
Okay. So you'll turn that guy in. They take him into custody. They're, they take down who you are, and so there's some record, and they're very thankful and
How thankful,
congratulatory.
like-
Good job.
Money
They're
thankful?
not handing you any money, no.
No, maybe next time when we need a little bit of information or
Yeah.
something, though.
Right.
Cooperate
So
with
we'll
us.
note. We'll tell the captain about y'all. What you did for us.
Yeah,
you
vigilante
said you were
justice
gonna-
is always good.
You're gonna go back to the yawning portal.
Yep.
All right.
Troll!
We'll like as we walk. What's his name's with us, right? Floon is with us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
we'll just kind of keep an eye out and make sure nobody's giving him like looks like they want to attack us or anything. Yeah.
So yeah, you go back to the yawning portal, and sure enough, Volo and Renair are there. I can bring them in. There's Renair, Volo. Like they're happy to to see Floon, like, oh, Floon, and there's some hugs and stuff, and Volo's like, thank you so much, you rescued my friend, I'm so grateful. And Renair is yes, and I also thank you for rescuing myself as well, and everybody's happy. Yagra is not there.
We have not seen our gold.
Oh, that's right. There's the the matter of your reward.
On about that.
Oh yeah.
We better at least get those autographed books.
Hey, while we're waiting, can I back him up to the edge of the yawning portal?
Take a while.
Sir.
Sure is a long
So you're
way down,
gonna
man.
toss him in the hole? Is that what you're threatening here?
No, I'm just talking to him. I'm not saying.
Yeah, he just doesn't realize that he's being pushed.
Let's not be too hasty here, sir.
We'll just pay us with your owner. We're gonna beat the shit out of Floon.
Renair is like, don't kill my friend. Volo said, well, so I'm so sorry. I of course have the autographed copies of my book, Volo's Guide to Monsters, for you. Yes, they're on the table over there.
All right.
But unfortunately, I did not get the advance that I was expecting on my next book about specters and ghosts. I was really counting on that advance in order to pay you, but I have something better. I can offer you the deed to Troll Skull Manor. It's a lovely property in the north.
Think you'd make a good.
It's worth much more than what I'd promised you originally. And he has the scroll. It's notarized if you want to look at it.
We do have some experience in operating a tavern. Perhaps.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe we could
it was a tavern at one point. Maybe you could make it into a tavern again.
I was thinking about a quaint B&B.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yes. It's 4 stories. There's definitely rooms. It could be a place of. It could be an inn and a tavern. But yes, I offer this to you as compensation, since I was not able to get the coin that I was hoping from my advance.
Done.
So,
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
all right.
Hey,
So
hey, Volo, do you have any books on brains with feet?
oh, that sounds like an intellect devourer.
Yes.
Nasty piece of work.
What do they? Well, we know they don't have mouths, but what do they do? Like, what do they?
Oh,
They
they are
attack.
awful. They attack you with psychic damage, and once you're stunned, they teleport into your brain, eat your brain,
Ooh.
and take over your body.
Dang.
A nasty piece of work. Tell me you
rough.
didn't run across one.
Well, we killed it before
killed it,
it could do anything.
Oh, you
Do
must
they have
be,
diseases? Like if
you
you
must
were
be great warriors.
if you were to touch them with your hands, could you get diseases?
I didn't try that.
Okay.
So, but
reach
you
my
would
hands out
be
towards
able to tell, right? If it teleported into somebody and took over their brain, like you would be able to see it teleport, right?
It would disappear. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, as long as there weren't 2 of them, then we're good.
The one we saw is now a puddle. So.
Yes, we know for a fact that one is well smushed. But
Oh man, you must have had some adventure finding Floon.
yeah, do they usually operate? They don't usually operate in packs or anything, do they? They're usually just one.
I've only seen them alone,
Okay, good.
and it was from a distance.
Unless it's mating season.
Have you ever seen a
They
purple
are
leathery
created.
skinned
There's
creature
no mating involved.
with the tentacles?
I'm sorry, what?
I was saying, have you ever seen a purple leathery skinned white eyed creature with tentacles?
I've heard of them. Ithlid. Another one of those names that I'm not going to be able to tell you right off the top of my head.
Infowimp?
Did you say Heffalump?
Icholid?
Bless
a
you
help.
again?
Nasty Cthulhu bastard will work.
Yeah. H-I-J-K-H-I. I think they start with an I.
Illithid.
Illithid. Yeah. ILLITHID.
Illithid, yeah.
Illithid.
Yeah. Yes. They are very dangerous. I don't think you would be able to dispatch one of
No,
those.
we did. We took out 3 of them.
We killed him.
We scared him away at least.
You are amazing.
Yeah. Get your money's worth with us.
We're good at boasting too.
Oh, my greatness is in great company, as it should be.
Yes. Your poor greatness.
So where did you get this? Where did you get this troll skull place from?
Oh, I purchased it. I had heard it was haunted, and my next book, Spirits and Ghosts, I could have possibly used my experiences there for my new book.
But it
Hey, you
wasn't.
can
It
still swing
wasn't
by
haunted.
and check it out.
I have not. I have only recently purchased it. I have not actually been inside.
I tell you what, if
Yeah,
we
you can-
find out there are ghosts, we will come back and tell you, and you can come.
Oh, that's lovely.
Commune
I
with
could
them.
definitely use the research.
You can put our names in like the biography of the book.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all we need to do is go to the magistrate and have the deed sworn over to you, and the property is yours.
All right. Let's do that, and then we'll go swing by and check it out. Oh, I was going to ask you, have you ever heard of the Stone of Galore?
The Stone of Galore.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I do not know what that is. It sounds like something important. What is
Yeah.
it for?
We don't know. People are looking for it, and therefore it's valuable.
Yeah.
I go ask the happy bartender about the Stone of Galore.
I think it's some type of MacGuffin, but we're not sure exactly.
Durnan doesn't want to talk to you.
He never does. He doesn't want to talk
No.
to anybody.
Grumpy ass. So Renair also wants to thank you again for rescuing me, and as a small token of my appreciation, I have some coin for you, and he gives you 20 platinum pieces.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
They're
I've never had a platinum.
wrapped in. He's a rich dude. They're wrapped in some nice parchment with some strapping around it. But you think if you look at it, it's 20 platinum pieces.
Nice.
And he shakes everybody's hand, and he's very thankful and appreciative for saving him.
So, your father is the one that's in government, yes?
Oh yes, my father was the open lord of Waterdeep at one point. He is now up in Neverwinter. I haven't spoken to him in years, though.
No. So you don't know anything about this Stone of Galore?
No, so he told you before. I can go back to that description. Yes, when they were interrogating us, they were saying that the stone that they think that my father had embezzled some money from the city before he left the city, and they think this stone can help them find that money.
Oh, okay.
So you guys go to the magistrate. It costs 25 gold pieces to sign over the deed, and Renair says he'll pay for that, so he pays
Nice.
the fee to transfer the ownership. And so, if you like, you could go up to the manor and check it out. See if I can find a picture.
Yeah, I think we should, if we decide, whatever we decide to do with this thing, we might want to come back and see if he wants to be like an investor. We could like name
Oh yeah,
We
They
can
have
name a
ghost
room out after him or something if he would.
or a
Good
ghost if
idea.
we find one.
Well, ghosts usually have their own names, right?
Yeah, we're not our ghosts. It's like,
Okay,
you're here. You sign
sponsor
paper.
it, like you know.
This ghost is brought
This
to
is-
you by.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like the white lady presented by Toyota.
Presented by Never Ember.
Yes.
So this map's huge, so you gotta kind of look where my hand is. Does it,
Whoa, it's
I wonder
way
how
up
that
there.
works. Are we at the same zoom level, or is there a little dot
You're
right
way
here?
up there. No, I have to zoom. All right, well, we're up here now. Delzorin Street.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is called Troll Skull Alley, as a matter of fact. And it looks like this. And on the corner, they're kind of in the center of the map. You see one of the buildings kind of looks like it's got a little turret on it in the upper left-hand side in the center of the map. That's the building. That's Troll Skull Manor. And it looks like this from the outside. It's all boarded up.
That's cool.
It looks like it's, you know, like you can see like the railings are all falling apart. There's stuff rotting. It's old and
Numerous code
clearly
violations.
hasn't been used in a long time.
Yeah, that's got potential written all over it, though.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah,
flip
big
this
place.
house.
What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're gonna
And
get
Bolo
those gains
"Yes, it
people
has
from
a
Waco to
fourth
come
floor
in, and they're gonna
and
like
cellar.
make it farmhouse chic. It's gonna be
That's right.
awesome.
You think the Gaines are doing anything here?
Yes.
And let's see here. Chapter. Can we do this? Oops.
That's cool.
All right. So, yeah, it has 4 floors. The very top floor is a little smaller, up here. But so there's the ground floor, which is appears to have been. So you're gonna have to. You kind of have to rip off the boards to get in. So there were some boards on all the windows and everything, but no problem. You got Brendel with you. This first floor was clearly a tap room. You know, it's a tavern kind of a thing. There's a bar here. The furniture is strewn about, broken, tarnished silverware, nothing of value anywhere. It's just, you know, really run down. It hasn't been used in years. And then you've got 2 more floors above with different bedrooms, and there's chimneys. These little kind of symbols here are chimneys. I'll probably get some nicer maps. This is just what was in the book. But as you know, if you're planning on fixing it up and that sort of thing, we can make it look nicer and get a color map going. And you can, you know, do like you did in our last adventure where you could decorate it and that sort of thing.
Should be really easy, right? Just get your gin to. We want this to be awesome, and then it's done.
So yeah, there's
It's
2
not really
floors.
how it works.
There's bedrooms.
Don't tell me how your
there's a
person
cellar.
We're in the
there's
stairs. Are these
the
the stairs?
stairs. Let's see. There's stairs.
Are these the stairs?
I've read books. I know how gins work. No, just kidding.
That's a good question. Let me look at the DM version of this
Looks
map.
like a
I mean, it
covered
makes
porch.
sense that those
Very
are
nice.
stairs. Let's see, this
I can
is
see
the
this being
first
a
floor,
nice bed and breakfast, guys.
second
Yeah.
floor up through here,
Here, and then the third floor.
and then third floor comes up through here. Fourth
Yeah,
floor.
there must be a
This looks like a trap
two,
door
three,
behind the bar that maybe that leads into this.
yeah that goes down to
basement.
the cellar. So there's an ale cellar and a wine cellar. So if you
We gotta
open
go
that
in there and
trap
check for
door,
secret doors.
yeah, yeah, you can check the whole place out, and this is all there is. There's nothing secret, nothing of value either. Dust everywhere, cobwebs, you know, harmless rats, there's places in the building that are open to the exterior, so rats could get in and out if they wanted to, and so it's really run down.
I'm gonna claim this is my room.
What walls? We need to come up with the 4 accent walls that we'll put these really nice paintings on.
There
Right.
you go. Yeah, you got all your decorations
Yeah,
already.
we'll just do it from as we quest. We'll bring back decorations like the last one.
Yeah, we could have themed rooms, like the Luskin room.
Yeah, the Neverwinter Suite.
Yeah, the Neverwinter Suite. I like that. Yeah, and we could put the Luskin room and have fishing stuff kind of scattered about it. I like it.
Neverwinter would have vampire stuff.
Looks like 1, 2, 3.
Gramthorn, do you have any
4.
detect evil or anything like that? Just to
I
make
have
sure.
I have turn evil.
Said it was
That's
haunted.
Turn undead. It has to specifically if it's evil but alive, I can't do it. So,
Like a sense undead or anything.
let's see.
Can I use danger sense to see if I sense any danger?
Is that's a thing?
Yeah.
Checking for danger. Scanning.
Can I use my
Alright,
PKE meter?
And certain
That's
uncanny
second
sense
level
of when things are nearby. It shouldn't.
Oh, it just gives you an advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
I think we find out through
Have a-
experience.
An old
Danger,
deserted
Robinson, danger,
manor.
danger.
We could,
Danger.
maybe we could hire a cleric or something to come in and just...
Hire a different cleric.
A real cleric.
Oh, crap.
or a wizard.
Gauntlet
I mean,
throne. Gauntlet throne, man.
someone who knows
Ooh, that's
detect
pretty
evil.
shitty.
I mean, that's all. We just need someone to
cleric is
cast
broken.
detect evil.
I think that's a paladin, right? I mean,
Paladins can do it. Yep.
yeah. You need a religious person that's devoted to a
Not me,
specific.
a religious person.
Yeah. I'm more religious in the holistic sense, not the individual. I can bless the house if
I'm
you
not,
want.
I'm not
sure that
religious.
does what
I'm spiritual.
you need. Exactly.
We should take a long rest in this place.
For sure. You want to know how it's good or
Just
bad?
gonna set up camp in this deserted house.
Yeah.
I mean,
we can do
that's a
that.
good idea.
definitely.
We've definitely slept in worse places. Than
I think we should
Yeah.
all go to a different room too and separate.
Like in the movies.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the axe room.
Why don't we hide
What is this
behind
little
these
room right here?
chainsaws?
Is this a bedroom here? I guess.
That's the one with all the blood on the wall. Yeah.
Why are these
Yeah,
walls
the-
bleeding?
Yeah, so the rectangles on
Does
the
anybody know what
on
red
each
rum
of these
is?
floors, those are bedrooms. Those are bedrooms. This is, I don't know, it says it's a library, but it could be a bedroom too.
What's this
There's
area right
a-
here?
There's a privy for this one, so that's connected. What does it say
Oh,
about
these are
that?
the chimneys. I was trying to figure out these are the chimneys.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like-
Yeah.
Oh, is this a big hearth right here? Like a giant hearth on the first floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
There's it's a nice. It
Yeah,
has a lot of potential,
Really
but
is.
right now it's a dump, and you couldn't,
Well, we've got some platinum we can spend to.
Aha.
Got 150 pounds worth of straight up silver too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could
So
find
you do have a
some
little bit of
independent-
coin, so you're
some
going to be able to fix
contractors
things up.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need to
so
find a
so go
contractor
ahead
we
and
can
take your
trust.
long rest, of course.
Yep.
What were you saying?
long rest. You're saying we have to charm person so we can find a contractor we can trust.
Yeah, we need to find a contractor that we can just give him the money, tell him our overall vision, and then just sort of not worry about it for a while. That's what.
Yeah. How long does a charm person duration last?
Well, charm
No.
charm makes them your friend,
Yeah, friends.
so they'll
give
give you a
friends
fair
good deals.
price.
Yeah,
Maybe he would
you
tell
know-
us if he's going to rip us off. Like,
Well, but
Yeah.
he'll do a good job though. When it's your friend's house, you're going to take that extra step because you would want to do a good job. You're not a client; you're his buddy. So like
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll do a good job. They won't rip you off. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Lower your overhead. Right?
Or you
Yeah,
can just
exactly,
be nice
yeah.
to them too.
No, that doesn't work. It's a contractor. You can't do that.
Oh, okay. Hire
There'll be
local.
no change orders.
Yeah, exactly.
Brendel, you were asking about that room that is long. It just says den, so that could be a bedroom. It could be a den. It could be a library. It could be office. It's on the second floor. It has access to the balconies. Though I wouldn't lean on any of those railings, or you'll take a spill.
So as we long rest, do we get any ghostly paranormal activity of any kind?
In your rooms, nothing happens to you. Are you sleeping on the front stairs?
Didn't even make it in, just passed out.
Just so tired.
He's scared of ghosts. He's scared.
Oh, there's ghosts here, Scoob.
Raggy.
So, when you come down in the morning after your rest, written in the dust on the bar says, "Get out."
Yes.
What's that say?
It happened.
Yes. Wait.
What does it say?
Did any of you guys write this?
2-0 tag. 2-0 tag. And it's upside down for some reason. 2-0 tag.
What one of you guys GM messaged him and said, "I'm writing this on the dust." That sounds like something Lee would do. Brendel, did you write that?
Yeah.
It's got more than 2 letters.
Well, yeah,
not
it's
written
not.
by-
That's true. It's spelled mostly correctly. So
Yeah. It's got more than 1 syllable. Or, no, it's actually each one. Like one, but summarily, it's 2. He still couldn't do it. It's 1 too
This is
many.
letters he hasn't learned yet, though.
Yeah, we're only to C, aren't we?
I know, right? He's on
It
C.
takes a while.
It'd be just cab back. Have you? That's if he wrote it.
All right. Well,
Maybe it'll be a nice person that can keep the house clean for us. He's dusting already. We'll just,
there you go. Way to think positive.
yeah, it is nice when you have undead people to run your.
You're getting wrecked up pretty well. Right?
You've heard of another place that did that successfully.
With coupons.
Just in case, I'm gonna say we come in peace. We mean no harm. We're gonna fix this place up. It's gonna be really nice. You'll enjoy it. You'll have company.
I think it's going to be like that show Ghosts.
Yes. Maybe we can smack her over the head and see if you can start talking to them.
You hear a crash of glass on one of the rooms you're not in.
It's okay. Not my problem.
So if you go and look, there was a cup or a glass cup on a table, you think, that got knocked onto the floor somehow.
Is it like supernaturally chilly right now? Like cold, even though it's not cold outside.
You're not feeling anything right now.
And we can hire, like you said, hire somebody to fix up the place, or then hire somebody to come in and that can commune with them and
Yeah,
what they want.
Scrax,
Necromancer. We need a
Scrax, do you know
necromancer.
anybody from your monastery that might have the feng shui sort of you can, I don't know,
Yeah, point the bed at this door, not that door, or something like
clear
that.
out the evil spirits.
My monastery isn't geared toward the unnatural.
It's more about kicking ass.
Yeah, it's more about getting coin, having a few drinks with the guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it would be nice to hire some sort of exorcist or something. I
You
guess.
do a seance.
Yes, that would be cool.
You could do at the yawning portal, put a sign up like a necromancer or something. He could maybe just pull him out of the house and add him to his flock.
Someone who deals with spirits. We don't know they're evil. They might not be evil spirits. They're just spirits.
They may be tortured spirits.
We can always threaten, right? I mean, they could stay here and be nice, or we can find a way to get rid of them, and then they're gone. So we can negotiate.
Well, it might be worth doing some investigation on the history of this place. If nothing else, we could use it in our theming.
It's true.
It's like a historical landmark or something for the city.
Yeah, we could. I mean, we could name our specials after it or something.
A Texas-shaped plaque out front.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, exactly. People will come from miles around, or slow down at least to 50 to see what.
Yeah.
We'll put some billboards out on the main road. Right?
1 mile ahead.
Yeah, but we could. I mean, we could. I don't know if there's like a library, or we could maybe the tax office or something, where we could just find out what this place used to be.
This would be, I think, like this would be a pretty good library here, or even this one or something. I think there's be some potential here.
Buy a telescope, put it up here, so people will look at the stars.
So,
Yeah,
so out
it
of
seems like
character,
there's a lot of
Jesse,
potential. Like you got some ideas. So,
you should
so
put this
you
at the
guys are
sketch.
hanging out here. Maybe doing what you can personally to clean things up and dust and stuff like that. I imagine, right?
Yep.
Hire
So
somebody.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand for a lot of that.
Yeah, there you go. So in the days that follow, you are visited by various guild members of the various skilled trades in town. So the Fellowship of Innkeepers, the Vintners, Distillers, and Brewers Guild, the Guild of Butchers. All these folks that they heard of you opening up possibly opening up a tavern here, and they come to talk to you about the services that their guilds provide and how you'll need to hire them to get anything done in this town. Sort of a kind of like unions, right?
Good old boy sort of thing.
Guild of Butchers. Also Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors, and the dung sweeper guys that keep the street clean, all that stuff.
Jeez.
And
Did the protectors like break something when they walked in?
Yeah.
See, you need us because otherwise we break your shit.
Things get broken. Things get broken.
But they're all nice about everything, and we can offer our services and explain how they can help you out and all that stuff. And over that time, you learned that it'll take about 12 days to fix up the tavern, but it'll cost 1,000 gold pieces.
How much for 60 days?
And you will.
I'm okay with.
You also need to get together 250 gold pieces paid up front to get your licenses with the guilds and start your contracts to get ale and spirits and meat delivered and the stuff you would need to run a little tavern. And like the innkeepers guilds can provide you with quality sheets and bedding and that sort of thing, and all the stuff you need. Just sort of as you add that all together, it comes out to 1,250 gold pieces, and all that work could be done in about 12 days.
This
I don't
is
know why it's
amazing.
12 days.
Are they using magic?
Seems awfully fast.
Yeah. This is pre-COVID construction.
I don't know if we have that much gold.
Well, we're gonna have to convert those platinum pieces, right?
That's one platinum is 10 gold.
Oh, it's only 10? No.
I thought. Yeah, I wish it was like the hundreds, but they don't do that.
Oh. So how much do we have total for all those?
20. So we each have 20 platinum.
Oh, we each have 20 platinum. Oh.
Yep.
No, he gave the group a packet of 20. So you have 20 amongst you.
5.
Oh, 5 each. Never mind. I put 20 down. I was like, weird.
Which is really just 50 gold, is what you said. So I'm just keeping it on gold. It's not worth it to. I've only got 132 gold myself. I'm not rolling in it by any means.
I got 74 gold.
I got 14.
How much was the gold or the silver bars that we stuck in the Jin's place in the sex dungeon?
Oh, hold on, guys. Let me a second.
Yeah. You need me to look that up?
Yeah, you said something like each bar was worth something, but I can't remember.
A silver bar.
There were 10 pounds of silver. I imagine it's a couple, at least a few.
Sorry.
A few gold
Gotta
pieces.
find it again.
Sorry.
We also can sell those paintings. They probably worth some money.
But that's free decorations.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, but we may need it just to fix the place up.
Yeah. So one at a time, depending.
The gold was part of that other person. We have to go talk to those people because while we return their money, they may give us a reward, right?
Free services.
Yeah, and or we steal it and take whatever else.
You mean
they
like you give them the money and then they give you the money back, or
no?
No, we give them the crate crate of silver.
Yeah,
and maybe even turn over the paintings to them, to the people, And maybe they have influence in these guilds, and we get some of the services for free.
Discount or something.
Yeah, or even
Free.
more jobs, coming from it. From them.
Yeah.
We gave them their stuff. I don't know.
There were
Or I like
15 10-pound silver trade bars, corroded, but they were still worth 50 gold piece each. So 15,
Oh, 15 times
5.
50. That's 625.
What is that?
All right, are we doing accounting?
Yes.
Yeah.
750. It's 750 gold right there.
Oh, you're getting there.
So I gotta be honest, that's a lot of gold. I'm willing to keep that. So I don't know. It's about.
Can we bet out some other contractors here?
Yeah, this is bullshit.
It's a lower bit, lower. Wait, maybe we can.
Well, I
ask
think
that
that's
guy
meant
if-
to say, you figured out, your best deal and what it would cost to fix up the place, and the total you came to was 1,000 to fix it up and 250 to get the guilds going.
I think we need investors. We need equity. We need.
Maybe-
Well, the guy we saved, his friends, we can get them maybe to invest.
And even the guys. So we return the silver back to the rightful owner. We tell them, hey, we got this as a fee. We won't take money. We just need you to give us some capital. We'll even give you a portion of our profits. Maybe we can bring them in as an investor in that aspect. They'll see we do the right thing, and right. I mean, if they can give us, if they know they're going to get their money back, and then be more money monthly or whatever, maybe they'd be more willing to lend us some. And
yeah.
the paintings I kind of want to keep. We probably shouldn't tell those guys. So
Oh yeah, we do.
I mean,
need-
they're going to find out eventually when someone sees these famous paintings.
no, they're copies. They're just copies.
No, that's not the Mona Lisa.
In a crate, they could be crap.
Yeah.
All that matters is that
do
we
you want
like
to take them somewhere and find out what they're worth, and
Praise them.
get them appraised. So you've been here a few days, and you're having guilds visit you. So I'm sure Volo would come by just to see how you're doing if you wanted to talk to him about anything or consult with him, because he knows people in the city really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first, I want to tell him about the writing on the dust. We think there might actually be spirits here. So
Oh, excellent.
yeah, we'd like to put together a séance. You know what? Maybe we could charge people to partake in this, because we're looking to raise some capital quickly. So
I'm
we
sure
can-
there is a group of people that are interested in ghosts and the paranormal in the city, and they would pay for this.
Yeah.
The seance.
Although, would that really happen if ghosts were real? Like, would people really? I mean, it would just be like it would just be ghosts. I mean, would it?
No, we're talking about the science community. They're wanting to research this, and this is an opportunity. They have a known entity here.
Yeah.
Do we know that, playing devil's advocate? How do we know it wasn't like a smart rat, or even just a dumb rat that scurried
Dumb
and got
rat.
lucky in a weird?
Yes, this is the Forgotten Realms. You never know.
Any,
Oh,
yeah,
we're
even
we're
a
rolling the dice set.
we
That's
could
so meta.
we could we could ask around, see if anybody would be interested in a séance. Maybe 10 gold pieces to get in, something.
Okay.
We probably need somebody
the-
to run that, like a psychic.
I'll say we all get dressed up in costumes too.
If we're worried about
Maybe it could
duration,
be a event or a show. You could advertise and have people come.
I could run an apothecary. We could just have people come in. Hey, I can heal. If you've been
No,
beat up
you can't.
recently,
We figured that out.
I healed just fine. I healed it for 10. I can
Not
heal.
really healing.
Okay,
I can heal. I
I
don't
can-
like to do it,
I
but I
can throw a
can.
potion at you.
we'll sell tickets before they walk in. I'll punch them, and then when they come in, they'll be like, "Hey, I can
Then
heal
you
you."
buy the
Yeah,
healing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll find the people that are is it sadists or masochists? Which one of those
Would you like to pre-purchase
And
your
they come in,
healing?
get beat
No.
up for a fee, and then we heal them so they get beat up again. This is a recurring business model. We got this. We got this. That's a totally
So
different area of the house.
you mentioned the need for more money to Volo, and he says that Renair might know somebody who you could get a loan from.
Who likes to get beat up?
Maybe you can talk to Renair, and Renair can hook you up with somebody that could invest or loan or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be good. We will do that. See you at the yawning portal most of the time. Is that the best place?
Yeah,
to go?
Renair is. Yeah, Volo says that Renair is. Is frequently there. He pretty much lives in taverns and inns. He has a big house in like the Castle Ward or something, but he's rarely there. So you'll often find him at the Yawning Portal. So you could probably just go there and ask for him, and you'll find him or he'll find you. That sort of thing.
Who's the owner of the Yawning Portal? Is that the big guy behind the bar that didn't like to talk to
Yeah,
us?
Durnan. Durnan's the owner.
Well, I
yeah.
mean, he investing in our bar for could be an investment there as well.
Like a franchise.
Satellite.
Maybe a satellite or
Satellite bar.
The
Yawning
yawning house up here.
Why?
You know,
The yawning troll skull.
It doesn't even have to be affiliated. It's just that he's an investor, and so he knows bars. He brings that to that part, and can take some profits to help pay for it.
Yeah, you can talk to him when you go down here. See if he actually.
I don't think he
talks
likes
to you.
talking to people.
Well,
Yeah. It sounds like you could try. Another thing. So you've been here a few days. There is a neighborhood here.
Was there an HOA?
There are no.
We're way out of compliance, right?
Did you hand draw these, Jesse?
No, those are from the book.
Okay. I was like, God damn, dude. You said you had to make some maps, and then I see that. I was like, damn.
No. Make as in get them imported or
I got
pick
you.
some,
No. I was
that sort of thing.
still
So
impressed.
this is your neighborhood here. This is the Troll Skull Manor. It's kind of on the corner here. This is a main street here, and this is Troll Skull Alley. So it's this little sort of interior area. And there are a few different, there's residences here, and there's also businesses and that sort of thing. So if you were to wander around, you'll find that there's a weaponsmith and armor smith. There's a wooden, like a place that makes things that are made with wood. So like wood weapons, like bows, shields, furniture, that sort of thing. And I imagine that in your repairs of Troll Skull, that maybe you would get some furniture made by one of your neighbors here. There's an apothecary that's sells potions, and there's one place that says it's called the Tiger's Eye Investigations, but it's closed for some reason. Like no one answered the door. Anyway, right now, no one's answering the door. Maybe they're on vacation or something. And then there's also a place that sells spell services, but I'm not sure any of you use spell books or whatever. Is that?
Well, so we can collect
Oh.
money by forming our own gang and collecting taxes from all these neighbors.
You could be. You could be.
Go shake them
enforcement.
down.
Shake them all down. That spellbook comment reminded me. I assume you searched Gramthun's body.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a spell book. If anyone was interested in a spell book, I don't know that you guys are though.
No, not unless we can sell it.
I said Gramthun, didn't I?
You did.
Grumshar.
I didn't.
Sorry,
Grumshar.
Grumshar. I got the names mixed up. 2 G's.
Yeah, when we were looking at the brain thing, we said we were searching the bodies.
Yeah, sorry about that. So sort of retro. Did he have any money on him? I don't think. I'll have to look. Maybe you can add that to your.
He had
add that to your file.
2,150 gold.
Yeah.
You wish. Go back and look and see what he had. He had a
Dude was
spell book,
rich.
I know.
I'm curious about this investigation place.
Yeah, their competition. We can't have that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah.
an investigator, like private investigator or something like that. It's called the Tiger's Eye. Has a picture of a big eye on the with orange and black radiating out, kind of like a tiger.
Wait,
Like
are they
in
radiating
Tim-
points?
Yeah, Tim.
No.
Like,
It's like it's a close up of a tiger on their eye.
this looks really familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's not like the ones you were seeing. Sorry, where is it? Grumshar. treasure. Grumshar carries a spell book. Oh, no, I think the stuff behind the chair might have been his money. So I just forgot to mention that he had a spell book with Burning Hands, Disguise Self, False Self, Shield, Unseen Servant, and Witch Bolt.
That sounds really cool.
Well, we took it so we can go
If
to the
only you were a
spell book shop.
wizard.
Yeah, we can take it to that spellbook shop and see if they purchase
Yeah.
genuine
Translated
spell
to
books.
cleric. Translated to cleric.
It'd be like in video games, they'll give you like 25% of the.
Well, that's better than nothing.
And then you actually sell something of yours that you wanted to keep, and you have to buy it back for more.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it.
Dang it.
You click the sell all button instead of.
Yeah, you can. I would say. Yeah, it's going to be something annoying, like 50% of whatever the player's handbook says a cost for a spell book is.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. Considering we basically killed the guy and stole it.
It's 100% profit. 100% profit.
Is that under? I guess it's under equipment or something. Cost of stuff.
While we're in this neighborhood, maybe stop in a couple shops, introduce ourselves, and maybe ask them if they know anything about the place we bought, the history.
Oh yeah, sure. So like you want to go into like the carpenter, the wood place. It's run by a guy named Tala Solvanar Fell Branch. He goes by Tally for short. Yeah, let's see. So does he remember what was there? It's been quite a while. There was definitely a tavern there. Yeah, the bartender's name was Lyle or started with an L. I can't quite remember something. But yeah, there was a tavern there at one point.
There? Did something bad happen there? Or?
Yes, something did happen. There was an explosion, and actually, the bartender was killed, and some people that were in that same floor were killed. They never heard what caused the explosion, but the owner closed the business after that, and it's been closed since. It's been many years.
That's odd. But did we notice any burnt walls or anything like that?
Yeah, there was some trace of there could have been some fire there. The place is in pretty poor shape.
Seems weird that there's an explosion and yet the whole place didn't burn down.
Yeah, maybe it was magical or something like that, and only burned the people or something.
Yeah,
Burning
Hands is a very difficult spell to not hit your friends.
Fireball.
So you sold the spell book. Oh yeah, and you're gonna go see the spell book person. Mm-hmm. That's Bookworm's Treasury. You meet somebody named Rishal. They are a gold dragonborn. And yeah, they'll buy the spell book for 25 gold pieces.
All right.
Sweet.
Puts on the shelf, puts a tag on it, 50 gold.
He's got to make his cut. It's still better than GameStop.
That's commerce.
Yeah.
Actually, it has spells in it. It has spells in it. So actually, it's worth more than 50. So they'll give you 100.
Oh yeah, because that's just for blank spell books, right?
Yeah.
Who's keeping track of that 100?
Yeah, somebody keep track. You got 100 gold pieces.
Did you guys all add the 50 from the platinum?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. Let me make sure I did that. Yeah, so I've got 78.
We got 74.
Do you want me to just keep the 100 too, and we can?
I mean, yeah, might as well just pull it.
I'll keep it in mind, and then we'll. I mean, it's gonna go to the bar anyway, probably. So.
Yeah, I'm not keeping track of any of this, so you guys will have to.
I won't give it to the genie.
Oh.
Ooh, that's true.
I mean, he can't spend it. He just like
Forgot about that one.
Swims around.
Oh,
in
yeah,
it.
you can say, "Hey, I got some gold." He'll be happy,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
We're gonna play, throw the bottle.
All right, so we could keep asking around. We also need to return, or we were talked about finding this this guy who had the silver stuff stolen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, going to him and giving it back and seeing if he wanted to invest.
Yeah, or we could go to the yawning portal and talk to what's his name about investing.
Yeah, and you're asking around to find out who that guy is. You find out that he's a royal jerk, and you may not want to go do that.
Well, then can we sell it?
He might.
Yeah.
He might accuse you of being the thief.
Well, we are going to
just
repurpose the silver.
I mean, we're gonna polish it up so it looks nice before we sell it.
Yeah. Of course, they're trade bars, so you can go to one of those houses that changes money and stuff like that, and get it into smaller coins so you can pay out the different guilds and
can we take a portion of it and plate my axe with silver?
Of course you could.
You can kill a werewolf now.
Yeah, there's
it could be coming handy. I'm serious.
One of your neighbors is a couple. They're Genasi, and they are a weaponsmith and an armor smith, and so I'm sure
at
they
least
could.
Cutting edge, just
they could. They could plate your axe if that's what you want to do.
The Witcher's sword is one of his swords silver? I think maybe. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. How much would it cost for them to do that?
The fee to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It should be relatively cheap. Like it's not going to cost as much as buying an actual weapon. It's just because you're not paying for it won't take as long, and
they're just enhancing the axe.
yeah, so we can come to a reasonable price, I'm sure. So
an axe augmentation.
Are y'all good with that?
I think it's cool.
Yeah,
let me find so weapons, let's see. So
did we ever find out how much these bars are worth?
Yeah, 750 for the lot.
750 gold for everything.
Yeah, all 50 bars.
I think it'll be trivial to pay to you're supplying the silver, so you'll supply some of your silver, right? And take some amount of that. He'll melt off some of it, and he'll do it for a couple gold pieces. A battle axe costs 10. So he's not going to charge you 10 to do this. It's just a little service. He'll take a couple gold pieces.
That's cool. How much silver do you need? Like a quarter bar, or
how much do you want to put on it?
Just the cutting edge.
I just want to do the cutting edge.
I think you need to do like make it look what are they, bedazzled with like some like
little dots all over it.
Don't get too fancy; it'll cost more.
Well, you smack the shit out of some people, right? He can just dabble some molten drops, right? So little points on the side, so maybe you do like one extra D4 or something of damage when you smack.
I kind of I envision it having like little looks like little veins of silver running along the cutting edge.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, it'll add a characteristic to your weapon that it's silvered. So if there's some creature that is susceptible to silvered weapons, then it would have that. It would have that extra, like werewolves or something like that. So you'd have a benefit of having that characteristic when you smack them with the side of your axe.
Shit, if we're getting all like paranormal, like hunting and stuff like that, should we try to grind some up and make some silver dust or something that we can use as like a throwable or a consumable to I don't know. What
are you asking if that's feasible?
Oh, I know it's feasible. I'm kind of throwing out. I was hoping that maybe you'd let something slip, but I think we just went down a tangent, and it just is what it is. So.
I was thinking we could just hire a cleric to create some holy water.
Right.
holy water didn't help you against werewolves.
That's true. We got Brindle will take care of the werewolves. Now we just got to worry about.
I do
Ghosts,
have a holy
vampires.
symbol, and I do have stakes. I have wooden stakes, 9 of them in my bag right now.
And turn undead, or turn.
Yeah,
Turn undead.
and a mirror. I got all sorts of shit. Vampires, I got
Right. So we got werewolves, we got vampires. We need something against ghosts, especially since I think that might be what we've got.
I have incense. I don't know.
I'm worried we might have the ghost of Lyle the bartender.
Love it. So you asked that question about who was there, and somebody else told you that the name is not Lyle.
Oh, it's not.
It's actually Liff.
Liff.
It was the bartender at the Troll Skull Inn when it was in business.
And he died in the explosion. Did they know anything more about the explosion?
No. It was very, very weird, very suspicious.
I have a treasure map in my inventory for some reason.
Yeah, you might. That was that trinket you bought from Zolobob, or I think that's how you say his name, down in the dock ward. Has a purple tinge to the parchment and has some indecipherable symbols all over it, like maybe it's a map or treasure map or something. And maybe you'll be able to find somebody in the city that can interpret it at some point.
Okay. Yeah. I was wondering if I could cross-reference it against those paintings. Maybe there's something in the paintings that would link them together a little bit.
Yeah, you can roll an investigation check.
You're just doing that, like grabbing everything in your inventory and trying to combine it with everything else in your inventory. And
I'm just trying to see if there's any correlation.
Sounds like a video game.
Yeah, it's like Zork or whatever.
Yeah. I did not make it.
You ripped the map in half.
On fire for some reason.
You compare it to the paintings, and you're like, these don't look anything at all.
It's got like little strings attached to all the different. Let's see, follow this, and then it goes to this, and then it goes to this.
No, I was just curious why the treasure map didn't have an icon. That's because I put that in there, so I was wanted to remember it.
Oh yeah, it was just one of the things you bought from Zolobob.
Yep.
Zolobob. I'm looking for something here. Ah yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it sounds like you're trying to figure out how to get your money together. Like you have a lot of it, so you've already started getting contracts signed. It sounds like you're going to spend some of that money. So it sounds like you're getting there. So something interesting happens to you one of the days during the week while you're visiting, going about your lives and visiting your neighbors and getting to know the neighborhood, that sort of thing. You're hanging out in the neighborhood or at the Troll Skull, doesn't really matter. And a paper bird flaps into your hands, and
like multiple paper birds, or one of them?
Yes. Each of you get a paper bird, and in so a paper bird is this sort of communication device, and so
we have one of those papers.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what they are, and you open it up, and it says, "Renair tells us you're a good bet. He bought you tickets to the opera tonight at the Light Singer Theater in the C Ward. If you're interested, meet Mert at the intermission. Private box C. Formal attire is required for admittance." And in the folded in the bird are tickets for each of you to go to this opera that is tonight.
What time is it? 'Cause we need to get clothes apparently.
We should make it early enough in the day that you can get ready and get nice clothes and that sort of thing. I looked it up. Fine clothing is 15 gold piece. Everything costs money.
Better be worth. All right, I'm gonna buy some fine clothing.
Same.
I'm going for one of those bright blue tuxes with the big frilly,
Mm-hmm.
like the huge frilly thing on the front. I
But
mean,
it'll
fit
look
in
medieval,
water,
like
in
your Dungeons
Waterdeep,
and
it'll look
Dragons,
good.
though. Yeah, it'll be really cool. Like it'll have a nice high collar and big cuffs and that sort
They
of thing.
dress fancy in Waterdeep, so I mean, it's all.
So I don't really wear shirts. Could I buy just like nice pants with like a bow tie? It's like half price.
You could do like a fancy robe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can keep your normal thing on,
Okay.
just put on nice
Yeah,
shoes.
just an overcoat. Just put on shoes.
Just put on nice
You
shoes.
said 15 gold.
Hmm.
Yeah, I looked it up. Fine clothing apparently goes for 15 gold.
And it weighs 6 pounds.
Oh my!
That is a lot of clothing.
Jeez. So so you spend the money, you get nice clothes, and you're gonna go to the opera. And in the intermission, you can meet Mert. Is there any description of that dude? Let's see here. Stand by, stand by. Mert. Oh my gosh. There he is. So he's he's a human dude. He's dressed quite well. Kind of a flamboyant, he's got a cape and see if I can. It's obviously not going to have a sword. Oh, I'd have to upload this, wouldn't I? Dang it. Wonder if he's synchronizable. Then I can just import him.
Yeah, I wish there was an easier way to import. I guess it is easier if you're not using the AWS.
Yeah, like some of the people I had to manually load them. Okay, where is he going to show up? Humanoid. What?
Suit riot.
Mert. There we go.
Ooh.
Big dude. He obviously doesn't have a bloody sword with him at the theater.
I mean, I'm keeping my battle axe with me.
The foreshadowing.
No, they don't let you in there with weapons.
Oh, it's concealed.
Is that an axe, or are you happy to see me?
Well, you said it was like a big puffy.
It's a big frilly. I have lace on it.
Yeah.
It just goes, boop, there's your axe.
So some of you can appreciate the opera, maybe some of you don't. But you can go meet with him during the intermission, and he says, yeah, Renair was telling me that you were good folks, and you could be trusted, and I'm part of, let's say, an organization that might that could use your services. So the city has a transportation. It's kind of like it's like buses, Here, I've got a picture. Let me show you a picture that's from the book. You see this little carriage, or this big carriage on the left? Mm-hmm. That's called a dray in town, and there's like a carriage, a driver guy that leads the horses, whatever the words are for that. But it's kind of like a bus. They run on the main streets in Waterdeep, and there's a guy that rides on the back to take your coppers to to get a ride on the sort of public transportation. And, while we're here, you can see there's those smaller carriages. So you can have, it's kind of like the taxi service. So you got your bus on the left and you got your taxi on the right there. So he says, Mert says, yes, our organization could use your services. One of the drays working in the city is pulled by a talking mare. Her name is Maxine, and she wears a violet flower behind her left ear. You'll need to locate her and find out if she knows of any Zentarum agents in hiding. And write any details on the blank side of this bird, and release it and send it back to me. So find out what you can from this mare. Can you do that for me?
For what?
I'm assuming would be
Compensated for this.
Yeah.
Well, this would be a sort of a audition to join my organization. We're called the Harpers, and we work behind the scenes to keep the city safe.
Awesome.
And,
Well, we still need something. Sorry. We're not saying you would get your full price. If your normal thing would be a few hundred gold, 50, 60 gold is not a bad way to start.
Okay, so you are declining this mission?
No. Let's not.
I'm
let's
down.
Not be
I'm
hasty.
down for it. I
gotta be honest.
We're just currently
There's lots of
trying
people
to gather money for our investment property that we're working on. So Graham Thorne is focused on trying to get some capital. But yes,
right.
I'm sure this would be.
If it's money you need, I might be able to arrange a loan for you.
Oh,
I
that would be
certainly
useful.
help you with that sort of thing. So maybe we can talk after you find out what this mayor knows.
Okay, sounds good.
So he hands you some silver pins that he says will identify you as being affiliated with his organization, the Harpers. Please do not reveal to anybody that you're working for me. This is on the hush-hush.
But were you going to give us pins? That
What's
doesn't
that?
make any sense.
Like under the lapel, you're like. Whoosh.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Use this pin to identify yourself to the horse.
So how much? Can I look at these
Hopefully
and kind
it
of
doesn't have
gauge
blinders on.
how expensive do these pins look?
They're just small
Could have
silver
pawned
pins, So you're asking Mert or you're asking the dungeon master how much you think
I was
they're
just
worth?
looking at them.
You're assessing their cost.
I'm assessing.
If I were to buy something like this in the
Exactly.
store, how much would it
exactly.
cost? Maybe a couple gold pieces. It's just a silver pin.
Okay.
And it's a pin that is shaped like a harp inside of a crescent moon.
So can we have like a little huddle, like our little band of misfits, before we
Yeah,
agree
so-
to this thing?
You're like, pardon me
I
while
think
we
I know
have
what
a
you're going to
discussion.
say. We're already down 60 gold for this little. We're in the red from these fine clothing, and we're not looking to make any.
Well, there's that, but we're not nobodies. We have services that can be provided without having to give them away for free. I mean, you've got a freaking sex dungeon. We could just do that and make a lot of money.
But you got to look at the long picture here. So we make contacts. We get into this organization. It pays off long term.
What if they're not actually good either, though?
I'll be right back. Isabel just got home. I'll be right back. You guys continue to discuss this.
Well, then we kill them.
I like that idea. Okay.
I mean,
I worry about our reputation.
I hope you're out of earshot when you're talking about killing him, right?
I just want to go. I just want to go
Just
see this talking horse. That sounds very fascinating. I like animals, and talking horse sounds cool.
Same.
Okay.
Sounds...
Somebody on your same intelligence level. I got you.
Wilbur.
All right. I think we should at least ask for 60 gold to get our clothing back. That is not exorbitant by any means. That is just you asked us to come here. we're providing you a service. We came. That's just to break even. Are you guys okay? I'm not saying we walk away if we don't get it, but we should at least ask for that, right? Because initially when I said we needed compensation, maybe he was thinking a big number. I just want to get my clothes paid for, man. You didn't make us go buy fancy clothes. Look, the monk's got fucking shoes on. You know, like, come on, man.
This never happens.
All right.
It's quite uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay. So we tell him that. Like, we want 60. We tell Mert we're down, we're in, but we need a little coin up front. Coming here to visit him has tapped us more than it should have. 60 gold is what we need just to accept the job, and then we're good to go.
Well, like I said, you know, I might be able to arrange a loan, so maybe we can come to very good terms or something like that when we discuss this after you show me your adeptness at finding information. You are investigators, are you not?
Okay, I have to walk away. So I'm gonna let you talk to my associates.
I'm down with doing this.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
down.
Me too.
That's fine. I'm not in. I just can't talk to this guy. That's fine.
Okay. Well, he seems pleased that you're going to accept the mission, and I guess the intermission.
I was going to ask him.
Ask anything else before the intermission ends.
Where is where's the typical route? Do you have a general area where we can get started at, or we?
What do you know so far? The drays run on the main streets in. Let me bring up the city map. So there's some main streets in Waterdeep, like the High Road, for example, which is here, and so the drays run up and down the High Road.
Probably around Trader's Way in the market.
Go all the way down and around, and then there's also one that just makes a loop around the market. So there's a route that just goes around, and so you would need to look for this horse, you know, here or somewhere along this main.
Okay.
Could wait right here and just watch.
Yeah, there you go. Like
by here all day, and
yeah.
There's probably
a stakeout.
This might be I'd have to go look, but there's certain main routes that they take. But yeah, you can kind of do a stakeout thing to look for a mare with a purple flower behind its ear.
To the dungeon, but did I get a receipt for these clothes?
Return them.
Like you could return them. Yeah, maybe you could go and negotiate with the tailor and get your money back or something, or part of the money. Maybe I don't know.
I'm wearing mine into battle.
There you go.
Sharp dress. We need the every time you attack, we play sharp dress man and do these toppers.
I mean, I can't wear armor, or it actually hurts my character.
I got to take this off as soon as possible.
So this is not counting as armor; it's just a fancy dress.
Yeah, you could do like I was saying, like in the video game, you can go back and they'll give you 50%.
Okay.
So if you want to just give your clothes back and get 50% back, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. Bullshit. I'm gonna grumble the whole time about it too.
How annoying.
Fucking asshole.
Stupid dungeon master.
No, not you. It was what's his name? Bert or whatever his name was.
Oh, Mert, yeah.
I'm gonna call him Bert from now on too. I don't know what his name is. He's Bert.
Yeah. Well, this could be the beginning of a good relationship.
I don't think so.
Or it could be, who knows? Maybe he's just gonna send you on wild goose chases or something. I don't know.
Horse chases.
Exactly, wild horse chases.
So would it be all right if we end the session here?
Yeah.
So
you have a mission that you could partake, and it seems like you're getting closer to possibly having all that money. You could talk to Mert after you figure out what the horse knows, and maybe you can get the fill in the gap on what you need to fix up the tavern and start business there. And yeah.
Sorry, I'm just laughing. We can actually say next week straight from the horse's mouth. Yeah, that's
right. My character's volunteering to write down all the stuff the horse knows.
That'll be good. It'll be like A, B, 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 B. It'll be like Groot, right?
In big crayon too. It's like
You'd be better off having the horse just stamp her foot on it. You know? Yeah, I'm down to quit. Although we may need Cody to turn off the OBS and stop recording.
Da, 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 da.
Intermission.
Yeah.
It's funny.
we could play something real quick on it to get him banned.
Copyright infringement.
That was a fun one. I'm excited about the house. That'd be fun. I was gonna say, if you have more time, Jesse, you should put that in the SketchUp. Get us a good 3D model of the house. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I bought a dungeon drawing tool, and there's also a lot of maps of that place online, but I didn't. They were all kind of fixed up places, so I didn't want to give you the
finished
what is
version.
it called?
the feeling of a fixed up place. It's called Troll Skull Manor, and you are now the owners.
Nice. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I see.
We are done, Cody. If you want to stop recording now.
Ooh, someone made like a
Oh, okay.
3D